Okay, so we're going to talk about the hardware component providers and then walk through some details on the software consultancies and ISVs. So, hardware component providers, Blue Force, we met with them out of Finland. They make the dilution refrigerators. Those are the big, shiny metal canisters you see outside of many of the quantum computers, the superconducting ones. And access models is not relevant. ID Quantica to Switzerland, they are one of the leading secure communications hardware providers, and they also produce random number generators with physical quantum systems, and their focus is on hardware sales. Intel Corporation, um, their focus on the quantum processors, although they are offering a full stack software solution. They've got the 49 qubit Tangle Lake system, which has been out for a while. An access method, not really relevant. They're not going to be an end provider of quantum computers. They're providing their silicon wafer output to TU Delft, which is a research partner in the Netherlands, and they offer their software online. Micron Technologies and Rambus figured out that if you cool down DRAM cryogenically to 77 degrees Kelvin, 77 Kelvin, um, you get vastly better performance. You get more bandwidth, lower power consumption. And so the thought is to put cryogenic DRAM in the dilution refrigerator, maybe one level up from the processor. And then M squared makes lasers and photonics. There's many companies in that space. From a software side, I'll talk a little bit. So Microsoft Station Q has their software development kit and their simulators, access model. It's free, it's open source, and of course, it runs best on Microsoft Azure. Quantum Benchmark helps computer makers scale. So, the way I've heard the CEO describe it, they can identify and isolate the noise, the errors in a quantum system by processor, by instance, and help correlate the noise and correct them. And they offer their their software, their support, term-based licenses. So Q Control, a little less experience with them, met the CEO. They help visualize and mitigate the noise in quantum computing systems, and they help try to figure out how to kind of put off or mitigate the decoherence and the errors in quantum computing. And they just recently received financing. They're out of Australia. QCware, we talked about it before. It's a computer access model. They have membership. They have timeshare. You pay by the hour. ETH Zurich Project Q out of Switzerland. Software to access and use the IBM Q network or local simulation hardware. One Qubit out of Canada. It's a hardware agnostic platform, along with services to host quantum and inspired industry applications. They partner widely. They work a lot with Microsoft, and so think of them as the platform upon which you can build quantum applications. And in theory, write once, run many times, and they sell their time with consulting and do projects. And Aliro is working on, again, another platform, a hardware agnostic platform. So, from a consultancy perspective, and we've mentioned Asara before, they're a top, high end, well funded, quantum safe security solution company. And if you want to look at post quantum cryptography, Asara is a good company to partner with. We are partnering with them, or at least in talks right now. Zapata. So, consulting services to help a client become quantum ready. They also have proprietary tool sets such as Zapata OS that help a client to think through and be able to run their applications. And this consultancy raised $21 million in April. And so that's great. Q Branch is now part of Rigetti Consulting, and they were focused on quantum consulting and writing quantum algorithms. Chicago Quantum, our firm is focused on quantum strategy and software, crypto, and vendor and IT management. And we sell our services purely on the consulting side, although we can help a client connect with a hardware software company. and make the right introductions. Cambridge Quantum Computing, we see them in the news a lot. They're a quantum computing solution provider. They've got their own tool sets, such as a compiler, and they focus on chemistry and material sciences platform. QuantPhi, again, met the team. They create quantum algorithms and financial services. And then we've talked about individuals and firms putting quantum games out there, and we expect to see more of that.